G'day! How's it going? We're here. Hopefully it's working. Let me know if you can hear me. At this ridiculous time in the morning. Woohoo! Yeah, most of the people watching are me, and I haven't given myself a thumbs up, so naughty me. How rude am I? That's okay. Not about that. Not about that life. I shall not thumbs up myself. All right. How is everyone? All right, let's get this into a position where we can see and I can work. All right. This is going to be fun. Hey, Ruthie. How's it going? Oh, excuse me. Coke for breakfast is never good. Hey, Rosanes! Woohoo! All right. I'm going to wake the girls up. A bit loud this morning. I'm looking out my window, and just so that people overseas know, the future is beautiful. I've got a clear blue day, a few clouds in the sky. The birds are chirping. She looks pretty good out there. The river's down because I can't see the water, so the tide must be down, but she'd be good. All right. So I'll give it a couple of minutes, well, a minute or two, until let some people join in, and then we will. Hello, Heather. G'day. The rodent pages are spot on. Yes, I know. I know. And it's an Aussie one. Okay. We will be getting into this little fella. Well, these little fellas in a sec. Well, we're going to attempt to get into these little guys. I have ideas in thy head of what I want to put onto this page. Whether they translate into actual skill levels, we will wait and see. Hey, Leah, how's it going? No worries. Enjoy lurking. It should be entertaining. We're going to go bogan today. We're going to go bogan Aussie, so it should at least be have some giggles going on. But, yeah, me too, Shell. I was a little bit sad when I finished it. I was like, oh, I have to let it go. So we will have to think of something crazy in a couple of months. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a break. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to get in. All right, so these are the Kangaroo Island Dunnarts. Okay, so they are our little Aussie marsupials. I am just trying to bring up a map of where Kangaroo Island is, so people can kind of envisage it. Actually, it's probably easier if I show you. Actually, I'll show you on the map that I did, the colouring I did the other day. Probably makes more sense. Okay, so last week I did this colouring, okay, and this little fella here, that's Kangaroo Island. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Mary. Woohoo! Okay, so this is Kangaroo Island, just in here, and that is. Hold on, I'm getting kicked out of live chat myself right now. Really good. Hey, Angela. Yeah, so this is Kangaroo Island. You can kind of see that we've got our kangaroo leg, and he's booting down here. So this is Kangaroo Island. So hey, Tanya. So that's this is where we're talking about today. This little guy down here. All right. In reality, he's probably not that little, but that's where we're positioning these guys. These are our Dunnarts. Okay, and they are the cutest little things ever. Let's go. Kangaroo Island. Dunnarts. Now, in the description down below, I've linked you to a little video of the little guys. So there it is. This is them. Look at them. They're so tiny. And they're so cute. Hey, Ashley. Woo! Hey, Shannon. All right, so this is, yeah, these are our little Dunnarts. And it's a sad story with these little guys. Obviously, being in Fragile World in Kerby's book, there is a story that is involved. So there's about 17 species across Australia, but the ones in Kangaroo Island, before our bushfires beginning of last year, there was 500 on the island. They think there's less than 50 now. So I've put a little video down in the description if you want to watch it later, to go see it if you want to and have a look at these little guys. But they are incredibly tiny. So Kerby's scale's a little bit off, but we'll let him go with that. But my vision for this page is, when I did the front page, I was talking about, you know, coming into the idea of this one was that coming, you know, new life, bright, coming from the bleak. This one, I want to kind of tell a story. So I want to have a fire in the background. I want the background to be bushfire. And I'm kind of going to go for charred land, a little bit of charred, burning land, and then normal land, and hopefully a little Dunnarts in the front. That's my plan. Hey, Mona. So that's kind of what I want to do. Whether it works, we shall see. And I'm doing it in pastels. Whew. You know, nothing like just going full on, let's go wing it, try for it. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So I'm going to go in, super exciting, with white. So I'm going to use my pans first. I have two sets of pans. So in the world of the PanPastels, we've got all of these. I have two sets. I've got the portrait set, and I have the regular set. I can't remember I don't know. I've got it listed below. But I've got the regular 20 set of all of the straight colours all the way across, and then the portrait that's got some tints and shades. Yeah, I'm winging it, totally winging this life. All right, that's what I do in general. Okay, but we are going to get started with that. So I'm going to go with white, and you're not going to be able to see a single thing as I do it, but I am just going to place it down where I want the heat of the flame to hopefully show. And then I've got to remember that this is where I've actually put it. So this is going to be fun. But I promise you, I am laying some sort of colour down here. You just can't see it. So it's about that. Alrighty. So what we're going to do as we go through this today, as I get started, because, you know, me just throwing down some pastels on a page, whilst fun, got to keep this conversation going, is because I'm doing another Australian page, which wasn't actually intentional. This is a buddy colour with Wendy, and she picked this one from the book because it reminds me of my rats. So she's picked this one. And I'm like, well, I might as well do it on stream. And it's also Aussie, but it just works out. We've got 2 Aussie pages in 2 weeks. Yes, I do have the blender. Yeah, so I've got the colourless blender too. So there she be. I can't wait for the slang. Oh, yeah, the slang's going to come. So I figured we're going to do a little bit of Aussie slang. for those Aussies that are in stream, just so you know that I'm fully embracing this mood today. I am wearing, okay, I've got my denim, like shredded whitewashed jeans, okay, and I've got a Bonds singlet on. I'm embracing it today. So I've got my Bonds on. It's a lady's Bonds, but I've got the Bonds on. I love my feather brush. What bird gave me this? I can't remember. But it is an Aussie bird. I just can't remember. Found it on the ground. And she'd be pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go in now with Hansa Yellow. I'm going to start working on the outside of where I've got this white. You need some culture. That's it. You'll be learning a language called Bogan. Now, the reason why is because we've got wonderful Aussie streamers on here. We've got Belinda and there's Heather and there's a bunch of Aussie streamers that come on. But they're kind of cultured and refined. They're from the south and they're a bit, a bit posh. I am far from that. I'm from the north. I'm from the outback. I'm from the bush. So I am, when you watch Crocodile Dundee, that is kind of my upbringing. So I figured we might have a bit of fun with that. And it'll be interesting to see how the girls down south interplay, because there's words that they use for us that we don't use. So the first word I'll use is I'm going to talk about what we call ourselves. So we're Aussies. I think you might have heard that term. So we call ourselves Aussies. It could have been a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Who knows, Angie? It's some kind of bird. Okay, birds fly in the sky. That's about all I know about it. Yeah, so I'm your version of the Brits, I think, Shell. So, far from cultured. All right, so going in a bit of Hansa. And take some of that over here. And yeah, so our first term is Aussie. So that tends to be what we call ourselves. And when we say we just say we're from Oz. We don't usually often say we're from down under. That's what you guys up north in the northern hemisphere you say from down under, which makes sense. But we usually just say we're from Oz, which gets a lot of people. If I say, yeah, I'm from Oz in stream, I forget that you guys automatically think I'm talking about the Wizard of Oz, because it's spelled the same way, O-Z. So, yeah, we say we're from Oz. So that's probably the first one that gets a lot of people. I'm not trying to think I'm Dorothy in no way, shape, or form, although I do have a wicked pair of red boots. Oi, oi, oi! Woo! But, yeah, you guys are... Yeah, I have no idea, Angie, like with the bird. I'm going to believe you. All right. Okay. So there's a bit of Hansa. We're going to go in now with that word. Diary lady, yellow. Okay. All right. So we're going to go in with that one. Yeah, so Oz is where we come from. Now, the people from down south, they like to call us northerners banana benders. It's not a term we call ourselves, really. It's quite insulting. I don't even like bananas. Well, yeah, they're all right. But, yeah, a bit rude, really. So they call us Queenslanders banana benders. So that's... Oh, awesome. So she's going to do the hamster. Yes, the hamster is cute. I want to see. Oh, I'll be doing him too. Hey, Avery. I can't wait to see your hamster. It's a little bit of a cutie. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yes, I'm a banana bender, apparently. I just call myself a bogan. So that's probably the first term. I think you guys, other guys, it's like redneck hick, one of those kind of terms. We just say bogan, okay? So occasionally we'll say, you know, a redneck. I'm a redneck as well. And it's usually implied that I've got a scar on my shoulder from where my second head was chopped off at birth. Because I'm a little bit inbred. But yeah, I figured I'm just going to fully just come in and bogan up this this stream today. So I will lay it on a little bit. It has been quietly it has been in the background of my life. It has been a massively intense week. I am exhausted and I'm tired, and I have had to be very cultured all week because I may be, you know, leading a revolution at my work. I'm standing up for the staff rights and stuff at the moment within our union, and I've been off doing a whole lot of things, and it's involved a lot of confrontation and a whole lot of stuff that, you know, generally is not my thing. I just like to enjoy life, but I wanted to just come on today and literally just be stupid and have a bit of fun, because sometimes real life gets really annoying. Yeah, that's it, Rosalind. I just want to be me, and kind of have a bit of fun with life in general. Okay, still going in. Now, the good thing about Pastel is I don't have to care about going over all of these little fiddly bits, because I can come in and get rid of them in a sec. They erase really well. Yeah, let it go, let it go. I can't say the cold never bothered me anyway, because I live in I grew up in North Queensland. I live in South Queensland now. It's hot. All right, so let's go with that. Let's go in with a bit of orangey. Orangey. We'll start building up a bit of colour like that. Yeah, don't sing. Oh, Angie, you would have been my audition. So I went for an ensemble audition on Friday night for Wicked. So we're doing a big theatre production in our region for Wicked. So I went along, and I'm just going to put some glassine down because I'm starting to drag over my work. Went along for an audition, and, you know, fair enough, we had to learn a dance number quickly and get up and kind of do that and show that we can learn a dance and we're not afraid to be stupid on stage. Is bogan like boing or bogan? It's redneck hick. I don't know what other terms might be used for it, but yeah. So I went to an audition for the Wicked musical. Ashley's sitting there crying in the background, so is Angie. Just, you know, they're like, no, why can't it be me? And like, I'm happy to be. Well, let's get real. It's a musical, and I can't sing. Which was fun, you know, and I accept that I can't sing. I was like, I'll just go for an ensemble part, bit of backstage. I get to do some makeup. I'm happy with that, special effects makeup. So that was all good. Did the dance thing, did all of that. George is coming along, so this is her first ever audition, so that was awesome. And Budgie Smugglers. Oh yeah, we will do Budgie Smugglers. It's on my list. And then all of a sudden, I had to sing scales in front of like the whole theatre. Okay, so this is a 1,000-seat theatre, like it's a full proper theatre, and there's all these people in there, and all of a sudden I'm having to sing scales. And what's worse is the musical director is actually one of my friends. And I'm like, what are you doing to me? You know I can't sing. And, of course, I'm number 2 because, you know, we got given numbers as we arrived, and I'm notorious for being early to anything. And so at least I got it done. But here I am, second up, going, la, la. Well, no, what is it? Ba, 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 ba. And that was quite hilarious, I must say so. Oh, sorry, this is Permanent Red. So was very much funny in doing said scales on the middle of the stage with the fact that I can't sing to save myself. Yes, a bogan is an uncultured and unsophisticated person, an uncouth. That is me. While I use my feather brush to remove my pastel. Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking about where I want to put some of this red in for my fire, this definition. Oh, apparently she goes, I said to her later, I said, oh, Georgia, how was it? I said, how did I sound? I said, because I imagine it was horrible. And she's like, you were actually in pitch. And I'm like, that's good, because they were using all of these terms like C something, C6 and B something. I don't know what any of those mean, but I assume that's to do with something about the range of my voice. And she goes, you sounded fine. She goes, but you were a bit scratchy. And I'm like, scratchy is just me in general. I don't have a nice, smooth voice. I sound like, someone that's been smoking cigarettes for 80 years. So, well, smoking the durries. Okay, there we go. There's our first word. I've been smoking the durries for a very long time. So we call our cigarettes durries, or the darts, or the ciggies. So up here it tends to be the durries. Have you got a durry? Can I have a durry? So there's our first one. Going to have a bit of a durry. Going out the back, going to go out for a smoko. So there's another one. See, okay, I'll go with you, Angie. I'll believe you. Thanks, Shell. Yeah. I'm with you, Shannon. That's me too. Uncultured and unrefined. Definition, Tammy. Yeah. So what was I saying? Where were we? Durries, going out for smoko. Smoko, that is a term that we use in Australia for like a morning tea break, a 10-minute break from work, like just a quick break where you might go have a cuppa, which is a cup of tea, or go out for a durry. So there's a couple of words for you. Okay, done folding laundry. Now I can say, how is everyone? You missed me singing my scales, Ashley. Well, you might have heard it. You're probably good that you didn't hear it because it would have been offensive to thy ears. So this is red iron oxide. So with bogans up north, where the uncultured hicks, if you want to call it, where the rednecks up here. Now, the general rule is with Australian, we're pretty chilled, we're pretty laid back, and formulating words takes effort. Now, the Southerners, they like to pretend they're a little bit refined and posh, so they actually, pronounce their words a little bit better than me. Up north, if we can get away with one syllable in a word, that's what we're going to use. 2 syllables at the most. It's going to get shortened to 2 syllables. Any more than that, that's way too much work. No, you're not all posh, but you do pronounce your words much more much more eloquently than I, in fact, do. So I'm just going to go wipe a little bit of this pastel off, and I'm going to start kind of bringing in a little bit of just want to bring in touches now of where we might be having some breaks in our flame. So yeah, so we don't up here like to use too many words because effort. Words are hard. And so we'll shorten it to those syllables. And the letter H, kind of not necessary in the English language. So we would prefer not to use it. So if a word has a H in it, if we can get away with not pronouncing it, we're gonna take that out and not say it. Sorry, I'm kind of just looking at my page now. I've blanked out because I'm actually kind of half paying attention to what I'm doing. We don't have the Queenslander twang. We'll say A. Yeah, that's right. A, mate. G'day. All right, so, yeah, so we take the H off everything. So, aloe, which kind of sounds a bit like Manchesterish, really, Shell. But yeah, if we can get away with it, we don't use that letter. It's not necessary. Nice. Oh yeah, football and cricket. All right. So that's probably the start. So we'll get in and start having a look at some words. What do you reckon of this? How's this looking? Does it look like it's on fire? I might come in. I'm going to come in with a bit of red iron oxide shade, and I'm just going to deepen up some of these bits here. What is 37 meters long and have 10 teeth? Oh, I don't know. Rosalind, you go. Me when I'm cranky and I've had too many cigarettes, too many durries, lost all my teeth. A bus full of... You got it. I was raised right, but I was a townie. Okay, so there's another term for you. I was a townie. So I grew up in the country, but I grew up in the town. So a country town that was surrounded by properties. So properties is what we call big cattle farms. So we have some of our cattle farms up in Queensland and Northern Territory and stuff like that are bigger than England. Okay, that's the size of these properties. So we tend not to call them, we don't call them farms, we call them properties. And on these properties, jackaroos and gillaroos work. So we don't call them cowboys and cowgirls. They're jackaroos and gillaroos. All right. I'll come in here a little bit. Okay. So we've got there's our properties. Now I'm just going to go in and start getting rid of some of this pastel. This is why I like pastel. Look at that. It was never there. By the way, get yourself to Daiso, Aussies. This thing is brilliant. I like it better than my Derwent. And it's $2.80. There we go. Buck. We call money buck. So it's not $2.80, $2. $2.80, $2. So I was a townie. Oh, Angie's putting it in writing. Thanks, Angie. You are awesome. So I was a townie. I wasn't from the bush. So the bush is the people that actually live out and, you know, on the properties and actually, you know, real work hard. I didn't work hard. I was a townie. So I have my teeth. Well, most of them. But I was raised from blue collar. So we have our workers that we describe here. So we've got our blue collars, which are our middle kind of workers. So things like nurses, teachers, those kinds of positions, administration, that kind of stuff, we call blue collar workers. Because back in the day, they used to wear blue shirts to identify themselves. And then, sorry, I just hit the mic. And then our poshy ones, the ones that earn money, we call them white collar workers. So I was from blue collar. What do you call a farting Aussie? I don't know. What do we call a farting Aussie? Yeah, our slang is a mixture of, and I like when I was looking up some slang words, there's a whole lot of words that I didn't realize were Aussie slang. They're just part of my everyday vocab, but we'll get to them. I'm just going in with the little Tombow Mono now into all the little areas that I couldn't get with the battery powered one. And I'm not too worried if I don't get it all out because Pastel goes over Pastel really well. Yeah, upper management, that's it. Blue collar. Oh, you can do? Okay, cool. Ned Smelly. Love it. Okay. I'm just going to quickly spray this background. No one have a heart attack. No, I'm not going outside. I'm not going into a well-ventilated area because, effort. So I'm going to use Workable Fixative. Okay, this is what I use. So National Art Materials. I don't know if it's an Australian one or everywhere else, but this is the kit one I would use. I'm just going to give it a light spray. Woo! Gonna get high, so high. I grew up smelling glue anyway, sniffing the glue, so having a bit of metho. Metho. Okay, metho is methylated spirits. We call it metho. Ongoing joke that we've hit the terps. So if you've gone and hit the terps, you've kind of gone and drunk a truckload of alcohol. And some people, a lot of alcoholics here in Australia, will drink metho if they can't get access to alcohol. Yeah, you got it. We're going to get high. All right. We've got the background kind of done. We'll come back to it. But it does. It looks like, from where I'm looking at for you guys, it kind of looks like it's on fire. All right. Oh, no. Oh, that's all right. Okay. Let's go in and start thinking about some of these other colours. All right. Okay, dirt in Australia is red. Red, yellow, Kangaroo Island is a mixture of red and yellow dirt. I am the opposite of a bludger. So a bludger is the ones that do nothing. They're the ones that are on the dole. So the dole is what we call welfare. Okay, so you're on the dole, you're on welfare, you're a bludger. Not that all people that are on welfare are bludgers, but you know, the ones that are permanently on it because they don't want to get off, don't want to work. So I'm going in with burnt sienna. And we're going to start thinking about a little bit of dirt. Yeah, it's like a... Yeah, I've worked out I have not been unemployed since I was 14 years old. I have worked that entire time. I took time off. I had 6 months off when I had Georgia, but I was lucky. I had maternity leave for that. Beautiful of being a public servant working for the government is I actually get maternity leave. So I was very lucky. But yeah, even when I was at uni, I still worked as much as I could. I love that Angie's actually putting in the culture definitions and using words because I don't have that ability. All right, so let's think about schools. So our canteen at school, we call it a tuck shop. We're going to the tuck shop to get some tucker. So tucker is food. So hence it's called the tuck shop because that's where we get our tucker from. Tucker box is basically a lunchbox where the tucker is. So those that like the jackaroos and the jillaroos, when they're going out, they will take their tucker box with them. So we call it muster. I think you call it mustering overseas too. They go mustering. So if they're going out to round up the cattle or the sheep or anything, they'll take tucker box. Bush tucker. Yep, bush tucker is food that we get from the bush. So when I talk about eating green ant butts, that is bush tucker. Chonky apples. Oh, the southerners do not. I don't think you guys have chonky apples. I think that's. I'm not sure. But chonky apples. Okay, so their real term is a Chinese apple bush. We call them chonky apples, chonkies. They are like a berry on basically a noxious weed that was imported by the Chinese during the gold rush because they're high in vitamin C and they grow in our hot, dry conditions. But they are noxious and they wipe out our natural flora. But so good. And the best ones are the snotty gobbles. Okay, so the snotty gobbles are the chonky apples that are really ripe. So they basically, when you squeeze them and bust them out, they're like they start off green and they're about that big. And then they turn red. And that's probably when you should eat them, is when they turn red. And then they turn into snotty gobbles, which is basically they're overripe. They've shrunk a little bit. They got a bit wrinkly. And when you bite into them, they literally burst out and it looks like snot. So we call them snotty gobbles because we're going to gobble up some snot. So snotty gobbles. They were the best things. I'd be walking home from school and you just sit there and raid the chonky apple trees on the way home. So there you go. It's a bit of fun for you. I know, I'm a cultured lady. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty good. But now they actually poison all of the chonky apple trees because they are, in fact, destroy our natural flora. So they there's not as many around as there used to be, which is really annoying. Sorry, Jamie. Hey, Jamie, I didn't see you come in. So yeah, that's a good one. So then we'll get on to fast food. So I think we've had this conversation that we don't call it McDonald's. We call it Macca's. Okay, remember, if we can shorten it to 1 or 2 syllables, we're all over that. So Macca's. The McDonald's stores here don't even have McDonald's written on them. They have Macca's. They are, in fact, just Macca's. And our Burger King is called Hungry Jack's. Never know. I don't actually know. Someone might know the reason why they called it Hungry Jack's instead of Burger King when it started in Australia, but I'm not sure. All right, so we've got a bit of red dirt happening. That's good. I'm glad, Jamie. That's my plan today, is just to be a bit of a larrikin. Okay, so larrikin is a idiot. Just someone that is a loon. Oh God. See, I'm just like trying to put it in without Aussie words. Just someone that a bit funny. Doesn't take themselves too seriously. They like to have a bit of fun with themselves, you know. So we call them a larrikin. They're being a bit of a larrikin, a bit of a loon. And I'm definitely not one that takes myself seriously. I'm sure you've gathered that. All right, there we go. There's a bit of, what was that one? Burnt sienna. Let's go in for a bit of raw umber. Now, along here. So I'm just laying down colour, nothing too a goober. Yeah, we tend not to use that up here too often. Like, it's funny, there's certain ones that I've come across. So Rosalind wants me to talk about Budgie Smuggler. Okay, so Budgie Smuggler is what we... Oh, I was just about to call it the other version, and then I remembered I try to keep it politically, you know, I try to keep it PG friendly on here. We can't even use togs because male bathers that look like underwear is what we call a budgie smuggler. So the ones that, you know, look like whitey tidies. Oh my God, this is so hard. But yeah, so yeah, that's it. We have another name for them, which starts with D and togs. I will not. Yeah, I won't use that on stream because whether I like it or not, I do have students that watch this, so I'm always mindful of that. No matter that I say this is not intended for children, they still come in. Oh, I don't mind shelling comment. You can do whatever you want. It's fine. I just have to I have to be mindful. Well, I try to be. But it nearly slipped out, and then I went, ooh, I better correct myself. Because that's what I call them in real life. And then we get on to our G-bangers, or our thongs. What you guys call a thong, we call a G-banger. Okay? And what we call thongs are your guys' flip-flops or sandals. So be very careful when you tell an Aussie to go put on when they sit there and say that I'm putting on a pair of thongs, they're not talking about what you think. We're just putting on a pair of shoes. And if we're being real bogan, they're called double pluggers. Okay, they're our that's our national footwear is a pair of double pluggers, and they're great. We mowed lawn in them. We go out to. We've got our fancy double pluggers that we go out to dinner in. But we've got our double pluggers. Banana hammock. Yep, nice. So the male shorts, like swimwear, male like short togs, we call boardies. So putting on a pair of boardies. But you're going to be a surfy. So surfies wear boardies. So surfies are our people that obviously surf. Hopefully that kind of came across. I'm from the bush, so surfies are a strange breed to me. All right, that looks like branch. Let's come in here. Yeah, butt floss. I like it. Like it. Yeah. So yeah, so we all wear thongs here in Australia. Well, most of us have a pair of thongs somewhere. They're usually what we go outside in because walking, well, I go outside barefoot, but to go out barefoot, you got to be a bit brave because we've got our bindies and our goat heads. So our bindies and our goat heads are thorns that are in our grass, thorny weeds, and they're great. If you cry over getting a bindi, you're a sook. So that's someone that's just a bit of a sad sack. They're a bit of a wuss. Ashley, a booze bus is in fact a beer tour. Exactly what it is. Angie makes me laugh regularly. She's awesome. But I do like that the girls are keeping you all up to date with all of things. Oh yeah, Speedos. I forgot about Speedos. Yeah, we call them Speedos too. All right. We tend to name a lot of things after the brand that first brought them out. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's also goon. So goon is what we call cheap wine. So boxed wine, which is what we call a goonie bag. So if we're going to go get a goonie bag, we're going to go get a cheap box of wine. So that one's always good. And then going to go get on the piss. So that's going and having a few drinks. You go get hammered. Or blotto, or blind. So hammered, blotto, blind is drunk. What else we got? Prong combo. So I am currently I'm wearing a singlet, which we just tend to call a Bonds here. So Bonds is again the company name of the people. Most of the singlets that are worn in Australia are made by Bonds. So that's pretty much North Queensland or Queensland wear is a singlet because it has no sleeves. It's stretchy. It works good. It's easy to clean. I'm wearing a ladies version, so it has a sports cross your heart back. That's how you can tell the difference. Wild kids are cool goods. Okay. Nice. Get him blotto dry. Then, sorry, I'm just putting down some glassine while I clean this all off. How are we going for time? Oh yeah, doing all right. Okay. Okay. Where were we kind of up to? All right. So here we go. This is the cruisy part. Okay, so what I'm doing now is the cruisy part. I'm just laying down the background. It's the easy part. It's cruisy. Okay. There's one for you. G'day, Asmi. Yo, I'm glad you've joined in. We've got another Southerner come in. We're having Bogan lessons. We're having Australia lessons. Oh, on that, Shell, Australia. That's how we say it, Australia. So, hard to get across. But the only time I say Australia is when I'm singing the national anthem. The only time that it comes out in correct syllable language is when I'm singing the national anthem, but otherwise it's just Australia. Down south they tend to put Australia. That's way too much effort. 2 syllables, remember? Australia. So that's how we say it. I'm from Australia. Australia. Oh, see? I haven't heard 3 sheets. That's cool. We call it 2-pot screamer. 2-pot screamer is one that can only handle like a little bit of alcohol before they're tipsy, which is me because I don't drink. So if I have a glass of wine, you know, on the rare occasion, I am woohoo. Hello. How you doing? All right, how are we looking? Oh, I forgot to. Oops. See, this is how the workable fixative is. I forgot to erase them. That's all right. I'm going to go be a bit fancy. I'm going to get the fancier brush out. All right. Oh yeah, we're still going. We're still going, Aspie. We are doing lingo. There we go. There's a word. Lingo. Lingo is language. So I'm learning the lingo. Learning the way we talk. There's a good one. See, Aspie, you're awesome. Now for lingo. All right. So we're still talking about alcohol. So we get our alcohol from the bottle-o. Okay. So the bottle-o is the bottle shop. So sometimes if we're being classy, we call it the bottle shop. Okay, or just Dan's or Uncle Dan's. Okay. All right, Uncle Dan's is a alcohol provider down here. So we're just going down to Dan's to get some grog. Grog is what we call beer or alcohol in general. And we get it from the bottle-o. We buy our beer in a carton. The Southerners sometimes call it a slab. We call it carton up north. So that's a 24 pack of stubbies. Stubbies are the glass bottles of beer or cans. So a bottle-o is a liquor store. That's the term I was looking for. We never, liquor is fancy down here. Liquor to us is like Kahlua and Baileys and stuff. That's what we call liquor. We also call alcohol booze. So we're going to have some booze, which is what we got before when we were talking about booze cruise or booze bus. Case. Oh, that's it. That's a flash word, case. There you go. Here we got our online dictionaries. Thank you, Angie and Roslyn, for being the cultured people in my stream that are providing greater feedback. I'm going to go get high again. Are you ready? Gonna get high. So high. I do have an open window. My windows are open in my room, by the way, so don't freak out too much. I'm going to close the curtain because the sunlight's starting to come through now. Where is it coming from? Oh, there. I know. Where is it coming from? Oh, it's coming from my back one. I've got to go close my back window. Hold on. All right. Oh. I just saw the glare start to come in. Oh, the booze cruise. Yep. So our roadside random breath test. So here in Australia, they if we get pulled over to check our alcohol content, they don't make us do all of that touch your nose, walk on a straight line thing. We just blow into a bag. We blow. It's not actually a bag, but we say we blow in the bag. Blow into a machine that reads our alcohol reading. Oh, we've got a tinny. Yep. So we're going on a tinny. That's when we're going out fishing. I'm going in the tinny. Oh God, you guys are great. Love it. Everyone's going to walk away from here going, do Australians even speak English? Probs not. Oh, probs. That's just me. Probs. Again, way too much effort to say probably. So probs. Okay. Oh, there's one. I'm going to be knackered after this stream. Knackered is tired. I'm going to go be knackered. All right. Let's start thinking about these branches. So I'm going to go in with burnt drop kicks and drongos. Love it, Aspie. We were talking about bludgers and all before, so being a drop kick is just being a douche. Yeah. So knackered is tired. I'm going to go worn out, buggered. So that's another term. I'm buggered. I'm worn out. I've done a lot of work. I'm buggered. Now, we tend to call men. I had to think, what's the real word for it? Blokes. Okay. Which I think is an English term too. I think the English use the term blokes. Or fellas. Fellas is probably more for younger guys. Blokes are real men. They're our men. You know, manly men. They're a bloke. So me, I like blokes. What is it that we call the ones that, you know, the wusses, the guys that are wusses? What do we call them? I can't think. So many words. We know how I am about words. Oh, what's struth mean? Oh, struth. Oh, struth. Damn. Probably the best way to kind of thing. It's a politer way of swearing. Or it can be it can be also mean yes or an agreement. So it depends on how the way or the way it's said. But a lot of people don't really use truth. Alf on Home and Away, he takes it to he says a lot of things that we don't really say a lot, like flame the what is it? The glass or something that he says. None of that we really use anymore. He is a bit over Aussified. Burnt Sienna shade. I didn't realise. I don't know if I told you what I was using at the moment. So I am just laying down background at the moment. I'm going to go over it with detail, obviously. I hope you've realised that, to be honest. This is just, I just wanted to come on and talk a whole lot of CRAP. And just have a bit of fun. Oh, next weekend, I won't be live on Sunday, but I will run it as a premiere. So we'll talk about next weekend before I get back into Bogan language. I am away next weekend being cultured and refined. I am off at union conference, so I will be off learning and finding out information about workers' rights and that kind of stuff, and taking action, all that kind of stuff. Being down with my comrades, which makes me sound like some kind of Russian Nazi or German Nazi, but I'm not. It's just a term we use for our unionists. So I'm off for that. I'm off for a weekend in the Big Smoke. Big Smoke is a big city. So I'm going down to our capital city, Brisbane of Queensland, for that. The girls will get to have fun. Oh, we use the term doofus. There you go. That's something we share, doofus. Yeah, so we're going to be in the Big Smoke. And, yeah, so I've got work all day Friday, Saturday. So I'm at conference Saturday and Sunday. Friday and Saturday. And the girls are basically going to go shopping. Spoiled little things. So we're going to go pretend to be a bit flash. So we're going to, they put us up in obviously nice accommodation and stuff. And they're really good because I say, listen, I've got kids and I don't want to leave my teenage kids alone for 3 nights because I'm a single mum. They make sure we have accommodation where the kids can stay too. So the girls love it. And then, so we're off to that. But it means that whilst I don't have conference on Sunday, I also can't, I'm still down there. So setting up for a live is a bit ridiculous. And the girls will probably be knackered and we'll be sleeping in. Because we'll be going out at night and stuff like that. So I was going to film a premiere. So I'll still run it at the time. But it will be more of, a premiere style. Because I'm starting Monya March in tomorrow, which is kind of cool. Yeah. That's why I love Fixative. I'm like, I'll come along now and kind of just get off any of the bits that I went over when I was putting in the branches of things like, and it won't take too much of the bottom layer off, which is awesome. She's awesome. She'll be right. So she'll be right. Okay, there's another saying we say a lot. She'll be right. She'll be right, mate. Yeah, it's fine. It'll be okay. She'll be right. Thanks, Jamie. It's getting there. I'm only doing the underlayer at the moment, but it is getting there. Wait up, got that branch. Hold on. Branch. French. What colour was I using? No, this one will do. Okay. All right. What else? Oh, so we were talking about blokes and fellas. Okay. And you know, we want a hot bloke. Chicks, females, we'll either call chicks or Sheilas. Women tend not to use the word Sheila too often. Like, say, I wouldn't describe another woman as a Sheila. I tend to use the word chick. But men use the word Sheila a lot more to describe women. She's a top Sheila. She's top chick. So I think chick's also used in English as well. However, he can be an old mate, the old mate down the street, just the guy down the street, old mate. Usually a older man, but the person that kind of, I don't know, it's just everyone knows who the old mate down the street is. Go down, see the old mate down the street. Oh my God, what are you speaking, Ashley? What? Blah 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 blah. Cunning, I got that word, and wicked. I don't know any of you need. See, Ashley, this is for your street. You can do main speak. Okay. Yeah, I know. And yes, I'm using brown. You are in fact right. I did use a brown of some sort. You are very true. Okay, I'm going to go in with raw umber tint now. I'm just going to change my soft tool mainly because I couldn't be bothered wiping off the other one. What else have we got? All right. Bins. Like, this is one I didn't realize. Like, we just say put it in the bin. Trash can. So, or the wheelie bin. The wheelie bin are the ones that is what our garbage gets collected in. Our trash gets collected in the wheelie bin. A lot of, well, up north, we tend to call it the Sulo. Again, because that was the brand, the first brand that brought out the wheelie bins. They were called Sulos. So sometimes it's called a Sulo. But we don't actually use trash cans here. We've got the wheelie bins. That was one I didn't realize was an Aussie thing. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, Casper, are you under the bed? I just got the whiff of the rear end gas release of my dog. And I was like, oh, I didn't even realize he was under my bed until I smelt it. And now I know he is in fact there. Oh, yeah, Blood and Sand. Oh, the Blood and... Oh, we're talking about Home and Away. I don't watch Home and Away. I don't watch them. But, yeah, the Blood and Sand, I remember that across the chest. I remember seeing that. Wanted to be a thug. Yes. What else have we got? Arvo. This one I don't, I just say it all the time, thinking, yeah, people understand. Arvo means afternoon, like afternoon. That's too many syllables. Arvo. We'll do it in the Arvo. See you this Arvo. I promise that my little Dunnarts aren't going to remain this flat. I'm just putting base layers down. I'm like looking at it going, I don't think I'm going to just leave them these colours. I promise I'm not. All right, I'm going to come in with raw umber shade. Start putting some colours down. Have a good weekend. Yep. Have a good one. What else? Brekkie. So we don't say breakfast. Oh my gosh, that's again way too many syllables. Brekkie. Having brekkie. We tend to call like nighttime meal dinner. I think that's the term for lunch other places, but or after dinner. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Tonya. It's slowly getting there. Just putting in the underlayers. So my plan is to come in back over this once I've got the underlayer down with pans. I'll come back in probably with some pastels to give a bit more definition. And then if I want real detail, I'll come in with coloured pencil. So it will be a layering process to bring it all in. There won't be too much colour as such. Because the Dunnarts, most people, the video that I've got linked down below, the guy, he's been studying the Dunnarts on Kangaroo Island for 4 years and has never seen one in real life. Because they're so tiny and there's not many of them, actually seeing one is really rare. And they're very well camouflaged. They are the colour of dirt. So, which makes a lot of sense. All right. Okay. Oh, if we're going to say we're going to go do the washing, we're going to go do the laundry, do the clothes. All right, I think mostly pan work might be done. Sorry, I'm just looking at my colours. I've got them all on a tray beside me. I don't store them like this, but I have this tray for when I'm working with them that I pull them out onto so I can actually gain access to the ones I want. So I'm just turning back looking at them. Might add a little bit of black. Just going to come in with a little bit of black. Just to start bringing in a little bit where we want some of that. Thanks, Rosalind. Oh, the dunny. Oh, yeah. Going with dunny. So the dunny is the outside toilet room. So it's only got a toilet. And they used to be outside, going out to the dunny. Going a long drop. Long drop is when it's just a big hole that goes down really long. That's the septic. Nothing goes away. It goes into the abyss of the hole that's full of flies. It's great. Nothing like when you pull over on the side of on a road trip and you go to the toilet and it's a long drop and you're like, yay, great. But if you need to go to the loo, so loo means going to the toilet. I'm going to go to the loo. You need to go to the loo. Long drop is where it's at. When I was a kid, I used to actually sit there and try and count how long it took to get to the bottom. I may still do that as an adult too. But as a bush girl, I'll go out cop squat. So go out and cop squat means I'm going to go out behind the tree and pull down my dacks, my pants, and just do it there. And it's even better when you used to have to use some paper bark, which is a tree that we have, a native tree that we have. You would shred the bark into small sheets because hence it's called paper, and it's called paper bark, and it was like tissue paper. It's like toilet paper. So use that as loo paper. Okay, that's a good one. Oh. I've lost my research, man. I've lost my notes. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, Barbie. Having a Barbie, going over to mate's place for a Barbie is a barbecue or a cookout. Grill the Barbie. All right. When I see it written, copper squat. Yeah, no, I don't. Not gum or glue. Andy, I like paper bark. I'm classy. Yes, when I am counting how long it takes for the gravity to fall. Yes, I know. 9.8 meters per second squared. Let's go. It's all right. Okay. Where's my black? There we are. All right. Now I'm going to start doing a bit of get in a little bit where I want my trees to actually look scorched. So they are sadly in the middle of a bushfire. So, however, I know it's always tragic when you guys see about our bushfires, and for our fauna, it really is. Like for our animals, as same as these Dunnarts, it's just tragic. However, our fauna, our trees and stuff, they love the bush. They love the fire. They need it. Our eucalypts and our gum trees actually need fire to be healthy. So our native plants bounce back from fire really well. Our First Nations people, the Indigenous people, they knew that, and they would use fire both for spreading out the animals and mustering them into location, and also because they knew the land needed the fire. So they would do a lot of controlled burning to help keep the balance, to make sure that it all stayed in balance. All right, fair income. Okay, you might hear Elf say fair income a lot, Shell. Fair income, mate. True. I'm telling you the truth. I'm being fair income. Being honest. I'm not pulling your leg. All right. We use the term heaps a lot. Yeah, heaps. Which is good. It's a positive thing. Oh, should we do the explanation of yeah, nah, yeah? Yeah, exactly, Aspie. We've got a lot of our native plants. They need the fire. It's just sadly, it's when the animals that are affected that's the worst part. going in and seeing the bush, like after we get a good wet after a fire, watching the seeing how it just blooms is spectacular. So it's so beautiful because the colors just pop against the black scorched wood. Oh, it's absolutely incredible. Magical. In the nud. Yep. Sleep in the nuddy. Oh, have a pash. Okay. Make out, kiss, have a big pash, big tonguey. Oh yeah. I don't know. Been a while since that's happened in my life. All right. There we go, a bit of black. Okay. Gonna get high again, people. Hey, Michelle. Oh, good to see you made it, sweetheart. Awesome. All right. Gonna get high. A dag. Yep. So a dag is literally what we call collected gunk from a sheep's rear end. However, that's what we imply someone is if they're just, I'm a dag. Someone that's just not, you know, I'm happy to walk up the street in my cut-off jeans, a singlet, no shoes. I haven't brushed my hair. I'm a dag. That's right, Angie. Mine is too. What else have we got? I'm thinking I've got a list here. Oh yeah, bloody. We use bloody a lot. Bloody is like, you know, even we don't even bat an eyelid much when kids use it. It's just a term for like extra true. It's bloody brilliant. Bloody oath. And I think the Brits use it a lot because I know that Ron uses it a lot in Harry Potter. So I assume it's from British terms as well. But yeah, we use bloody a lot. That's the swear word for when we're not allowed to swear. So I'll sit there and go to the kids, what the bloody hell are you doing? You know, that's fine within a classroom. Just getting rid of some of the pastel that's come across to my hamster because I kind of think this English hamster's not in red dirt. You know, I think he has a bit more of a green life than our little Dunnarts. Right, I'm coming in with the bigger razor. I just want to get it off. Otherwise I'll forget. All right. Yeah, basically, Shell, it's fully what I'm describing myself as. I am a true dag. That's okay. I don't mind. I'll have a chin wag. Yeah, I like it. Go for a chin wag. But there's little things like torch. I didn't realize that torch is not normal words. Flashlight. Okay, we call it a torch. I don't know. And if we want a big torch, call it dolphin. Again, because that was the brand that made the big torches. A tradie. Oh, a tradie. So tradie is our tradespeople, like our plumbers and our electricians and all of that. You're going to go off and be a tradie. That's a good one. Oh, then we've got our postie. So let's start looking at our workers. We've got our postie. That's our postman. That postie's on his way. We've got our cops. Okay, cops are our police officers. I don't really like the term, but they're often called pigs as well. Personally, or the popo. But so there's a couple of terms for our police officers. We've got a bikie. If you hadn't figured, we like to put "e" on the end of a lot of things. That's how we shorten a lot of words. So we've got a bikie. which is our motorcycle people, our bikers. Oh, yeah, we've got a Sparky. Sparky is our electrician. Yep. We've got our truckie, are our truck drivers. Oh, how bad are we? I'm just thinking now, and I'm like, I'm looking, and I'm like, what the, what? Then we got footy, which is football. Oh, I'll have to go have a look at that later, Rosalind. That's beautiful. So we've got footy, which is, yeah, our football, going to the footy. Football here is not soccer. Football is rugby league, rugby union. Yeah, we've got Chippy. Sorry, Chippy for our carpenter. Yep. Oh, the servo. Yes, Michelle. So our servo is our gas station where we go get petrol, fuel. So we don't call it gas. We call it petrol or fuel. And we call it a servo. Because it used to be, you used to get full service there. I used to work at a service station and do full service. So I'd pump the fuel and clean the windscreen and check the oil and all of that kind of stuff. And blow up the tyres. But nowadays, you've got to do it all yourself. Bit rude, really. Okay, so that's had time to dry. Let's get in and start getting fancy. Hang on, how am I looking? Oh, yeah. So at least I'm getting into the pencils. I wasn't sure whether I'd even get into the pencils. Yeah, we've done Maccas. Oh, fireys. Yeah, fireys, Jamie. So fireys, ambos are our ambulance officers. Our paramedics are ambos and fireys. Thanks, Rosalind. I appreciate that, doll. So, yeah, we're shorting everything. I'm just like, so sunglasses are sunnies. I'm telling you, more than 2 syllables, we're not doing it. Yeah, we've done ciggies. We've done ciggies and durries. Oh, you candy? Oh, I hate when Georgia calls lollies candy. Candy is not an Australian term. We don't call them candies. We call them lollies. You might get away with calling it a candy if it's a hard sugar lolly. That's kind of like a candy maybe. But we call them lollies. Or, you know, having a chocky or something, so chocolate bar. And then we don't call them cookies. We call them bickies, biscuits, instead of cookies. And then what else have we got? We don't, so you've got cupcakes. We call them patty cakes. So if it's a big cupcake, I'll call it a cupcake. But if it's a small one, it's patty cake. Okay, so smaller cupcakes, the mini ones, patty cakes. And then this one I want to actually know. I want to know. I didn't realise, because when I was looking up Aussie slang, because I'm like, you know, we just talk it. And I'm like, I just assume everyone. No, I don't. But, you know, some of the words I'm surprised. Fortnight. Okay, this is a term that we use to mean a 2-week slot. So I'll see you in a fortnight. Or I get paid in fortnight allotments. So, like, for me personally, I do get paid every 14 days. So every 2 weeks I get paid. Okay, go reboot, Angie. Lollipops. No, yeah, we call them lollipops or chop-chops. Chop-chops. Yeah, Wagga Wagga. Yeah, in Wagga Wagga, but no, it's Wagga Wagga. But the same as, yeah, there's so many places like that. If we're going out whoop whoop, means that we're going out somewhere that's going to take a while. All right, pencils. I'm getting in. I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked thinking. All right, let's go in and get some pencils going. So I've got the pastel pencils out now. So, I've got the Carbothello 36s. I would love the bigger carbon thermal set. I love how bright these come out. And I've got the Faber-Castel 60 Pitt. They're linked down in the description as well. All right. So I'm going to go for... All right, so how I sharpen these, because I am a klutz, okay? So a klutz means that I'm useless, and if there's a chance that I can hurt myself, I will, or fall over. I just go buy cheap sharpeners, like the packet of like 5 for $1, because, you know, the blades are going to be shattered pretty quickly, but I don't care because I didn't pay much for them. I only paid $1 for it. Oh, you don't use it in the States? Cool, Angela. Yeah, like I didn't realize that it wasn't a commonly used term. Yeah, Jamie. Yeah, you'll leave saying some really odd things if I teach you. I'm not very cultured. Oh, a brally. Yeah, umbrella. I think it's brally. Yeah, I'm klutz. All right. So if I tried to sharpen with the Stanley knife, I would. What do you guys call a Stanley knife? You call it a X-Acto knife, or what? Something like that. But I would. I do it, but it's not pretty, and I'm not doing it on screen because whilst I want a bit of a red background, I want it the right kind of red. All right. So I'm going to come in now. So I've got oranges, yellows, and like red orange. I'm going to come in and look at these mushies, these fungi. Now, I had to go do a bit of research on Kangaroo Island fungi to see what colours I was going to use. So this one is Pitt Pastel 118. Yeah, we shorten absolutely everything, hey, Michelle? That's what I was explaining. If it's got more than 2 syllables, we're going to shorten it. I'm lucky my name is already shortened. If I was fancy, if my parents had been fancy and called me Tamara or something like that, it still would have been Tammy. It would have automatically been shortened. They just saved the effort and called me Tammy, which gets shortened to Tam. Let's get real. Or Tim Tam. Although, as an adult, I don't get to call Tim Tam too often. It's more as a kid. Trying to keep which fungi are which. Oh, mushies. Oh, mushies. I love mushies. Mushrooms. The bomb. Oh, great. Oh, we call courgettes zucchini. We call bell peppers capsicum. We call aubergines eggplant. Trying to think of some other ones. Oh, good. Yeah, digger. That's a good one. Our veterans, our old diggers. Sorry, I'm just looking now. I'll probably still miss some, but that's a good start. Oh, wait up. Maybe some up here. Oh, no, I think they're the other ones. Let's do some here. All right. Come in with some orange. Oh, yeah, we don't call them shrimps. Oh, gosh, no. A shrimp is what we call a short person. So if they're a shrimp, they're short. But no, prawn. Gonna have some prawns. Oh, actually, I got some prawns for lunch. Got some seafood mix salad. Yum, yum. Yep, plonk. Yeah, see? Yeah, we call them more goon up here. But yeah, a bit of plonk. Getting on the plonk. Yeah, kangaroos we call roos. Yeah, kangaroo. Like, who makes a word that long? No thanks. Right. Oh no, surprisingly we don't shorten zucchini any further than just zucchini. You're right, Jamie. Yeah, that is a point. See, some things, sometimes we're cultured. Sometimes. Oh, clicks. So you guys like miles, we use kilometers, okay? You know, the true actual standardized unit of measurement. But we'll just say it's 20 clicks down the road. So I think that comes from obviously when the speedometer clicks over. But yeah, so it's just 20 clicks. All right, I'm going to go in with, oh, sorry. So that color I used then, I'm really good, was 113. I'm going to go in with 106. And I'm basically using this as a blender now. Oh, yeah, to grizzle, to whinge. Whinge is to complain. Oh, do you whinge a lot? That's teenagers every day. My common thing is have you finished whinging to me yet? Or do you actually want to listen while I help you? So you'll see I'm coming into the, I might bring it down a little bit while I'm working on this. I'm coming into the red and the orange, and I'm dragging it out just to blend. Working with pastels is so great, apart from the fact they're messy, especially because I'm left-handed. So, but so quick. All right. Yeah, we've got chooks. Oh yeah, I forget about that. So when, like, if you've been watching the Colin Thompsons, you would have seen last night there was a nice little cameo appearance from my chook. It was Hedwig that made an appearance last night. Occasionally the girls will bring up the chooks for a cuddle. And because our chooks run wild, well, they don't run wild in the neighbourhood, but when we let them out of the chook pen, I don't have a fence around my house, so they go up the street. I live on a lane and all of that. And they go into all the neighbours' yards. The neighbours leave scraps out for them now. And the kids will come down the lane and they'll be like, oh, they'll be not sure whether they can go pat the chooks. And my girls will be just like, seriously, you can go pick them up if you want to. Oh, being chockers, yep. Being full. Full is good. But yeah, I hope you're finding our little bogan terms entertaining while we're doing this. I figured if I'm doing an Australian piece, I may as well do some Australian language. I think it's a bit of fun. All right. going to go to the Carbafellows. That red. Oh, sorry, just knocked my. Oh yeah, whoop whoop. Oh, spit the dummy, have a tanny. Oh my god, I've got one student that has cracks tannies all the time, and I'm like, are you finished cracking a tanny? So I'm going in with Carbafello 310. All right. Just going to put some edging onto my stump here. Sorry, I blanked off there. Oh, esky. Yep, going on having an esky. So that's your cooler boxes or something. I don't know. I'm going to go back in with 109. Oh, yeah, I'm chuffed. I think that's a British term too, to be chuffed. But I guess it's like, if you're like, do we have any words that you're like, do we have any special words for anything? Just throw it in the chat, we'll answer. Or if you want to know how I pronounce certain things in my boganness, like, aluminium. We don't put all of these extra letters into the aluminum. Yeah, fair income. Oh, we have utes. Oh, yeah, we totally have utes. I think when it started last year, end of last year, I showed you my ute. We don't call them trucks, they're utes. And if they got a short tray, they called it a dual cab. They got 4 doors. Well, we've got our 2 doors, which are just our utes. Dual cab, yep. Oh, all right. Mushies. Still going mushies. All right. I'm just pulling out random colours now, just so I don't have to go back. And then it's going to annoy me because I'm going to have to put them back in order. Things. All right. Okay. I'm going to go for... Did I pull out a yellow ochre then? No. All right. Please say... Oh, emu. Not emu. God, no. Emu. Emu. Gone Tropo? Oh, yeah. I went nuts a long time ago. Gone bananas. All right. Okay, I'm going to go... Let's go with this colour. It's the one I picked up. 184. Let's do these ones. I want to do as little pencil work as possible, mainly because I'm lazy and that requires effort. So if I can get away with doing most of it in pastel and not having to bring out the actual coloured pencils, I'm going to be pretty happy. And the beauty of it is that with the Workable Fixative, you can just keep layering, which is awesome. Awesome. Oh, your shout. Yep. Your shout for beers. What else have we got? Oh, like little things like that we call it a chemist. The pharmacist, drugstore. We call it the chemist. That one's an interesting one. Yeah, forest, nah, bush. We're going bush. Oh, hooroo, yeah. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Hooroo. Oh, tart yourself up. Oh, mutton. Gonna be a bit of mutton dressed as lamb. Okay, so mutton dressed as lamb is the same we've got for the old chicks, so me, who think I'm still 19 and dress up like I'm still 19. Again, me. I am a bit of mutton. So basically a tough old bag that's basically still thinking she's young and hot. Oh, this one is, I'm bad at that, 187. Oh, I forgot these dudes down here. I'll come back to them later. All right, let's go in now then with a bit of 182. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go shoot myself. That just means I'm like, I've had enough. Don't take it literally. It's not meant in that literal term. It's just, I've had enough of your BS. I just want to shoot myself. I don't want to deal with it anymore. That's a lot of me coming back from some of my classes. I walk into my stuff and I'm like, oh my God, shoot me. I'm going to go shoot myself. Can't take it anymore. All right. Oh, flat out like a lizard drinking. Yeah, man, I'm flat out like a... Okay, I'm going to go in with just these little tippy cotton buds, Q-tips. Start doing a little bit of blending. Oh, don't get your knickers in a knot. Bum bag. Oh, bum bag and fanny pack. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, my God. Okay, fanny. I think we've had that discussion before. A fanny here is not what you Americans call a fanny. If you say that you want to touch someone on their fanny here, expect a good wallop in the face. Okay? You are not touching nobody's fanny unless you are being given a whole lot of permissions. Okay? So the fanny here is the front part, not the back part. So we call it a bum bag, not a fanny pack, because we wear it on our butts. You leave my fanny alone. Yeah, Cozzy, wearing her togs. We call our sun-safe shirts, like the sun-safe swimwear, they're called rashies. That's another one. Right, so that kind of gives you an idea what I'm doing with the mushies. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of leave it there, and like I'll work on this throughout today. I hope you kind of see where I'm going. But what I want to do is I need your advices. Okay, I need your opinions. As I said, we've got Monya March. Okay. Oh, we could done the Caro. Oh, no, I didn't do Caro. I did Metho and Terps, but I didn't do Caro. Okay, so I'm just going to put the glassine in between here so it protects the page. Oh, yeah, we don't call it a bangs. Oh, my God. If I'm going to bang someone, I'm going to hit them. Yeah, fringe. That's a good one. All right. So this is my Monya file. Okay, my world of Monya. All right, so I'm doing Monya March. Hold on, I'm going to try and turn off the light now so we reduce the glare. Oh, gosh. Can I get rid of the glare? Hold on. Hold on. I think that's working. Okay, that's better. All right. So I've just turned off the lights down. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, got a kangaroo lease in the top paddock. Yeah. Got a screw lease. So I'm doing Monya. And I have, oh, God, she's awesome. So I'm a Patreon of Monya, which is why I've got lots of her images. I think she's fantastic. She's just such a beautiful lady. And I messaged her the other day to organise, because I want to give away in my streams, I want to give away some pages. So I'll give away an image in each of my streams for March. And I contacted her to ask how I could set it up so I could pay. And she's like, no, you're not paying. I'll just give them away. And I'm like, well, fine. So she's going to give her an image away in each one of my streams, which is beautiful. But I'm like, yeah, it don't work like that. I don't like taking free ride. So I went online and I bought some images anyway. So I bought myself some images, so she's still going to get paid for it. So I went and bought some extra images because I'm like, you know what? No. So I went and bought a couple of her books and stuff because I'm like, no, we're not doing that. I pay my way. But she is donating it, which is fantastic. So I've got like a whole bunch of Monya images here. So her single images. And then I've also got her goddess one pack. And her, if you weren't aware, she's got a 35-page variety pack. At the moment, she's got a 50% off sale going. So in her Etsy store. And there's a lot more of her images in that 35 pack that aren't necessarily her portraits that she's well known for. These are lots of animals and cars and all that kind of stuff. But, so we're short of a picnic. What my plans is, one, I'm going to finish Grimelda. Okay, so this is my personal goal off stream. I'll be watching her streams and finishing off Grimelda. I want to finish her. So that's off stream. But what I did is I said to the girls, pick one of the images. So the girls have picked an image and then I've picked a couple. And so now you guys have got to choose which ones you want me to do. So we've got the tropical birds. We've got the fire goddess, dragon, Angie. I didn't pick this one. Em picked it. Pick the dragon. Anyway, we got dragon fire goddess. We've got this one, just something about her that this one I picked. Doing like a Middle Eastern dark skin tone, gold. Oh, okay, so I've got that one. Georgia picked this one. She wants me to do it in pastel. So this will be light pinks and purples and stuff, you know, because it's Georgia, princess. Looks like a Disney princess, hence that's why she picked this one. She doesn't sell hard copies, Michelle. It's all PDF, which is what I like because I don't want to pay postage to Australia because that is nasty. If you can't get them printed, let me know, Michelle. If you buy the PDFs, let me know, and I'm happy to print them and send them down to you. Okay, I'll do that, no worries, and get that down to you. If you can't get out and get them printed, just let me know. And then I've got the water image, okay, from Water Fantasy. So they're the ones that I've kind of picked that I would like to get done. Well, the girls have picked and I've picked that I would like to get done during March. The question is, which one would you like me to start on stream? So there we've got bird. So next week on Premiere, which one would you like me to do? Birds, dragon, Middle Eastern Lady, Pastel Princess, or the underwater scene. I'll email you the link to her store, and you just click on it and purchase it. If you've got, Michelle, if you've got Apple Pay or any of that. But if you really want to do one, send me a message, Michelle. I'll go on and buy one for you, and I'll send you the PDF. Okay? If it's one of these images, because I've already paid for these images, so I will go. If you want to do something like this one, I'm happy to go pay for it again, and we'll work it out. Okay. Oh, Jamie, that's no good. I see, whereas I love PDFs because getting anything sent to Australia, you may as well give up your arm and leg for postage. So, but this is my plans. But someone, we've got one for Dragon. Someone, give me some ideas of which ones you want me to do to start with. Water, Princess, Middle Eastern, Dragon, Birds. Yeah, and yes, you're right, Angie. Honestly, just send it to an office store. You can send them the PDF as long as you show that you've purchased it. They'll just print it out, and you can choose paper. They'll print it on cardstock. So we've got an underwater, so turtle, Middle Eastern lady. All right, Middle East. Oh, this isn't helping. What was that, Ashley? I don't know. Oh, that was okay. That was Yitzi. Wrong. All right. Middle Eastern and Dragon. I don't know what Yitzi is, but obviously that's some kind of main term. Middle Eastern Dragon. Right. Okay, so we're basically between now, I think, between the dragon, the Middle Eastern lady, or the turtle. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I forgot. I think of Catrick, but I forget about Yitzi. Hey Yitzi. Casper's just looking at me like, when are you going to stop talking and give me cuddles? Let's stay on saving the earth. Yeah, good point. You know, this is Great Barrier Reef. All right. Which is good because, to be honest, I want to do this one and I really want to do this one. So it's good that they're actually winning. Yeah, that one's cool, but we might get to that one. But I'm liking that it's between the Middle Eastern and the turtle. So I think they might be the ones I do on stream. But which one to start with, I don't know. And do you want me to stick with pencil, or do you want me to try some mixed media? I don't know. Or just go with whatever I feel. Because, yeah, there's something about the just. I'm like, and I'm thinking, you know, I might give a really good Middle Eastern eye makeup. I don't know. I've got a bit of mixed, but something about this she's just gorgeous. I love her. Yeah, I love the face in the water too. So I think it's between those two that we might work on. This one's just for Georgia. I'll probably use markers for this one because it's so grayscale. Get away with it. And this one, I have no idea. I might even for Shannon. I reckon this one would look good with oils, with oil pastels. So I might play with that. But yeah, I'm thinking Middle Eastern and the water one. So they're the good. I'm glad you guys are on the same path as me. Same ideas. It's good. All right, so that's what I'll do. So next week, like I said, I'll be set as a premiere. I'll be in chat, blabbering away to you, and then having to listen to my own voice, which is never appealing. Because while I pay out the fact that I'm bogan, I don't want to listen to my own just let's get real. It's unique and it's different, but I don't necessarily want to listen to it myself. Okay, but I'm going to end it there. and say goodbye. And I'm going to go out and see my dad. And I will see you in chat next Sunday. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you later, alligators. In a while, crocodile. Bye.